That is Simon, who's going to participate here in gate 1. We'll go to the outside, maybe the inside. Okay, we're going to be in numerical order right across. No number 2 today, but the field is about to be set away at the 1.5 miles. Wow, good luck. They're off. Some to a walk, some to a run, most to a jog. And, oh, very professional beginning for number 8. She looks like she's been training, and she's got the early lead over the 5. He also stays in range, and they've come out by 3 lengths. 3 body lengths, that is. Now 4. Number 4. Running a nice tempo in 3rd. They've come well clear. Young lad there on the inside with the red cap, putting in giant strides as they go past the wire the first time. Keeping into the centre of the track here is competitor number 10. Seems to like the going down in the middle there. Might have been doing a little going stick preparation and knowing the best part of the track. Now back on the inside, we have some steady running from number 7. And then a break to number 9, keeping up the tempo. And then number 6, and last but by no means least is Simon at the back in the red saddlecloth number 1. So they are strung right out as they head out the stretch. They've already gone down the stretch the first time, so that is pretty impressive at this early hour of the morning as they head around the first turn. There's no change up front, and it is our lady leader doing it in great style. She has the lead as they turn. That is, wow, number 8. Having a very, very fast run early, but being stalked every step of the way by the larger competitor who's right behind, number 5. They're out well clear, so they're putting in some good efforts here for our United Way Toronto and York Region turf race here on the 1.5 mile EP Taylor turf course. Now, well back, but staying in a handy 3rd is number 4, and they've gone through that first opening quarter in what looks to be a fast time. We have one more just passing the wire here, a wave to number 3, who's doing the walk, a 1.5 mile walk. And let's go back outside of the top 3 now. We have a challenge up front for the lead, and it's coming early as they head in towards that turn. It's going to be number 5 taking over. So we have a new leader, and he is drawing out a little bit now. 5, 8, 4 is 3rd, a long break to the others. And then in the red cap, keeping up the 4th position, perhaps the smallest competitor in height. Then a break to the 10, 7, 6. And the rest run out of view a little bit. They'll be back in view shortly. Working their way into the back. I tell you, this is going to be Mr. 5 getting a long way in front here. 5/8. By the time they reach it, I wonder if he's going to be an 1/8 of a mile in front. He's already going as they head into the backstretch, about 10 lengths in front. Not that easy to work out your strategy here, but I have to say he's got a game plan and he's using it pretty well. Holding down 2nd position as they go down the back is the early leader, number 8. And the others are certainly picking up some tempo here. I notice a bit of a move from the 4 to come after them. And the others are turning to the backstretch as well. I must say, a great performance being put up by the shortest runner there in the red. So height not necessarily a problem to doing a good 1.5 mile race. Well, they have less than a mile to go, as they are running in very different stages here. We have a couple of walkers. Number 3 at the back is walking. And there's one who's turned around, decided Simon. I think he felt perhaps it's better to just come right back. So our runners will be finishing on the inside of the turf track and keeping up the outstanding front-running role now after having sat second, took the strategy to go for it early, and since they turned into the backstretch has lengthened that lead, although I must say it has certainly been a great run between these top two contestants as they are working their way along towards the 6 furlongs, and you know they have dominated this race, but the others are staying and keeping up the good work. In third is the 4, and they're well ahead of course, but still doing a great job running with those psychedelic coloured runners, or loafers, or whatever you want to call them, is the competitor in fourth, and the others are, I believe, no longer into the turn. They're coming into the backstretch. Our next competitor just arriving as she heads into the backstretch. It looks like she's got a little bit more energy. And let me see if we can pick up any others. That seems to be where we're at. Well, the training's paying off for our leader. Has really gone further and further and further ahead as they work their way to the 5 furlongs. This time is going to be a good one, I think, for him. He seems to be travelling very comfortably. The legs are moving well. And a good effort here by the second runner, number 8, staying within about a 16th of a mile. So the original order was 8-5-4. Now it's 5-8-4. And the runner in red behind them. The main thing is to finish the course. That's an outstanding feat in itself, and it looks like the others, even if they're not going to be able to pick up the ground, are participating with great commitment. On this beautiful day here at Woodbine as they turn on our first 1.5 mile race today. There'll be relays later, but this is the 1.5 mile on the run or on walking. And look at the leader. Just outstanding. There is a bit of a chance to see that the second runner could come back. You never know. So he has to keep up the good work here as they go inside the final 1/2 mile. So he's covered the mile. 1 mile is done. And now all it means is just another half, and they'll come to the inside of the turf track to check the final placings as they come around the final bend. United Way 2015 turf races today, presented by WEG, and of course WEG cares. Plenty of charities, as you know. The Charity Challenge week upon us here culminates today. Just a number of those charities worth naming today: Pathways to Education, Community Micro Skills Development Centre, Long Run, Thoroughbred Retirement Society, the Ontario Standardbred Adoption Society, the Albion Neighbourhood Services Boys and Girls Club, Arts for Children and Youth, Ernestine's Women's Shelter, Hallen Women's Place, or I should say Halton Women's Place, Rethink Breast Cancer, Youth Without Shelter, Horizons for Youth, Arts Etobicoke, Trust 15, Community Association for Riders with Disabilities, the Racetrack Chaplaincy of Canada, along with the Standardbred Racetrack Chaplaincy of Canada and the Conservation Halton Foundation. All of that happening later after our races, but today for United Way, these young men and women are putting their fitness to the test, and they are really completing the job no matter how hard it might feel. They come into the final stretch here, and I must have to really commend these top 2 runners. What a great performance by both. And the 8, she is not going to settle for second. She's coming. This is interesting. They come to the final 1.5 furlongs, and I think we have an upset. The 5 has hit the wall, and we have our early leader back in front. So all that margin whittled away, gradually coming back to the second position. The 5, and congratulations, she is full of run with a furlong to run. She's going to do the job in spectacular fashion. I don't know if the 5's happy about this. It's not over yet. The 5's coming back. 8-5, 8 by 4 body lengths, maybe 5 body lengths, but she is getting those arms swinging and is not going to settle for second. And it looked like she was for a while there, so I have to say congratulations on an outstanding turn of events in the final 1/4 mile. And here is the winner. Give her a hand. Number 8 in a fabulous run. Second is the 5, and a great performance. And also congratulations to our other competitors who are just turning for home now. And they are not doing a bad job at all. Into the home stretch comes the 4, holding his own, and even though it's a walk from here for the young runner with the red cap, keeps up the commitment to finish. And we have another competitor turning around by the 4.5 furlongs, so great job. So now a bit of a race on for the minor award for 3rd and 4th. It's not completely over yet. The 4 really starting to get the staggers, and the challenge is coming. There's still a bit of a distance to go, about a 1/16 of a mile. I don't know if the 4 is going to hang on. Well clear at the moment, but the strides are shortening, and the challenge from the runner in red is certainly on. They come to the final section of the run. But congratulations to both picking up 3rd and 4th. Just about 80 yards left. And he is going to see it out, I think, to hold down 3rd position. So our top 3 completing their run today. In 3rd position, our competitor number 4 doing a very steady job. Congratulations on a great run. And look at this runner who has put in giant effort here, and a sprint to the wire, has finished 4th. Congratulations. As you can see, our competitor number 9 is continuing on to finish the 1.5 mile run. Is coming down to the 3/8 pole there. Make that number 10, Saddlecloth. So turning into the home stretch now. And also trying to pick up a little bit of ground is this competitor with the 7, Saddlecloth, and they are continuing to the turn. And down the stretch they come. All our competitors today are running for United Way Toronto. And we want to say thank you to all of the very bold early morning runners today. 1.5 miles is not the easiest on a new surface on the turf track. They've done a great job. And whether it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or just the first part of the race, the spirit of the race is to compete for United Way, and they've done a great job at that. And now coming down the final stretch run here is competitor number 10, and just down at the top of the lane, competitor number 7, making sure they get to the final tape after 1.5 miles on the E.P. Taylor Turf Course. And to the roar of the crowd, look at the energy he found to really sprint the final 50 yards. A great effort here by competitor numero 10, number 10. As our relay runners warm up, our final runner coming to the wire here, Giving a great effort to make sure that the 1.5 miles is under the belt. Number 7, give her a hand. Just that little encouragement, and look at her pace pick up. Here she comes. Turning up the heat right at the last 40 yards. Great effort to get to the wire and complete a 1.5 miles for United Way Toronto here today. Our 4th place getter, number 7. Well done. I do spot one more runner coming into view from the 3.5 furlongs, and that means that there is another very committed competitor today turning around into the home stretch here.